So I have joined. Thank you.
Okay. So this is how we'll go with the evening today. We'll do a quick introduction and quick presentation, which will help you get some idea about what we do at Aarohi, what is this type of education at Aarohi, and then we will just open the floor for your questions, your any thoughts, any feedback. Okay. All right. Let me just. So this is going to be an interactive presentation as well. Let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen.
Yes, yes.
Okay, super. Okay, we'll get into the details of how we work with the child's strengths, capability, and talents. But before we go into what we do at Aarohi, maybe let's look at why we are here. Like, if you as parents are here this evening with us, what is the kind of education that you are deeply wanting for your child? So let's start with our intentions as parents. What do we want for our children? So just keep sharing whatever is coming to your mind, heart. There's no right wrong answer. Just keep sharing what you feel like you want for your child.
Education with values.
Okay.
Joyful and healthy.
Okay, joyful and healthy.
Kritika, I would like to say in terms of our son, because the question is what kind of education as a parent for your child, rather than I would like to answer in terms of the child's perspective. He wants to do things on his own when his inner voice says what to do. Intuitional learning. Because he finds learning in every opportunity, like interacting with others or observing any things around him.
Okay.
And curious to learn new things.
Okay, more thoughts, more thoughts. Keep sharing. Yeah, inviting more parents to share what is it that you want for your child.
Yeah, I mean, along with all of this, a little bit of customization as per the child's needs and child's inclination.
That's a good point.
So, for me, it is the child's contentment and also parents' contentment.
Shall I put it as families contentment?
Families, yeah, the satisfaction or fulfillment. You can say.
Okay, more thoughts. Come on, guys. This is your chance. This is your dream wish list. Come on, pour your wishes out here. We barely covered the screen.
Life skills.
Okay, life skills.
Education or learning which actually can uh, convert it into passion, and the passion can build that income, and that should be
Hmm,
lifelong.
interesting. So, passion to profession, does that
Yeah.
cover what you say?
Identify interest and guide them.
Confidence to try something new without sticking to the comfort zone.
Okay, we are getting there. Any last thoughts? Anybody wants to share?
Yeah. So the aim of education or learning should not be, completely towards earning or the, financial perspective.
Okay. What should it be towards? What are you looking at? If not primarily that, what else?
It's a basically, life skills has already been mentioned, but something, how they can experience the life or live the life.
Okay. Okay. Nisha, you have some thoughts. You can also share on chat if you don't want to talk.
Yeah, I'm just coming to that, just putting up into words. So basically,
Okay, sure.
something that came up to my mind was it should not be just self-centeredness in their learning, where they are just
Hmm.
learning for their own self, but they are doing something or contributing towards the society for the betterment of them. Um,
Okay.
I mean, a profession where they are actually building something or creating something where society is also getting benefited.
Okay, super. Uh, this is fantastic list, and somehow, this is what most of us, when we started Aarohi, like what, around 17 years back, these were the very questions or very values that we were also, in a way, our founders were in search of. And someone said customization as per child's need, little customization you shared. You're saying why little customization? You're saying total customization as per what the child needs, what are his strengths, what are her, talents. So why should the child fit into education? Rather, it should be working the other way around, right? So that's the basic thought on which we, Aarohi came into life. And we truly, the core of it is we want to give each child an education that they deserve, right? Which is in alignment with, as I said, their passions, their strengths, what is driving them, and not be generalized. It works for many, but for whoever it wanting more, why not a different type of education is where we thought. And typically, if most of us are comfortable with some trajectory, okay, how will this education pan out, right? Somebody said about career, somebody said life skills. So typically, at Aarohi, this is how we look at it. The younger age group is where uh, they are looking for a lot of exposure. We are bringing in a lot of exposures where they get idea about what are the things around them. The age from 7 or 6 onwards is where they're deeply exploring a lot of things, jumping from one interest to other. This is also the time where parents are like, hey, he or she is never, onto one thing. My child is constantly changing interest, because that's what they want to do at this age. The moment they are hitting their teens, 13, 14 onwards, now they're also looking at, give us deeper challenges, give us, we want to go deeper into, let's say, one, two interests. I'm still not sure, but I'm looking at that professional journey, right? And finally, we say, how can this type of an education also help you build your career? That is what we call the enterprise level. So we are seeing this as an education for your life. So it's not just related to just making a career or just learning a couple of subjects. That's why we call it Aarohi life education. We'll look at a video of Drupad. He is 20 at the moment. Yeah, he's 20 now. And he's been with Aarohi all his life. He's never been to any school. He's never given any 10th, 12th, not been to any college. And he runs a business of his own. He has a, I think, content marketing agency. So let's see what's his journey been like.
How did I become a professional without ever going to school? At Aarohi, I've always been doing something. Whether it was a skill worth learning or, well, this stuff. I've been a part of Aarohi my whole life, and I've gone through the 4 stages of learning, but I like to call them the quad E's. The first stage is exposure, where I was being introduced to new concepts like gardening, cooking, music, building stuff, a lot of stuff. Then I moved on to the second stage, exploring, experimenting, and gaining hands-on experience. Here I did things like photography, art, fitness, adventure sports, and, well, normal sports. After this, I leveled up to stage 3, which is expertise, where I try to master my skills and dive deeper into different things. I played football for 4 years at different academies, trying to become professional. I started working out and taking fitness more seriously, and digital marketing, where I started off with trying paid ads, web designing, slowly transitioning to social media and media production, which is what I'm doing right now, by the way. I even got my first internship for social media management, which was not paid. The final stage is enterprise, where I start earning while learning. In this stage, I got my second internship in a social media role, where I learned a lot about social media and how the content production world works. Finished that and then started a content agency with my friend, and I'm also doing a part-time job with a podcasting agency right now, where I'm learning more about different types of content. Usually I do short-form content, and podcasting is something totally different. So these are the 4 stages of learning that I've been through with Aarohi, and, well, the learning never stops, but yeah, this is what you get if you join Aarohi. Bye.
Okay, so the next couple of slides, we will look at how we do this at Aarohi. Like, now we understood what is it that we are looking at. We are looking at the child's strengths, talents, and deeply kind of helping them strengthen that. So first, whenever a child joins Aarohi, we quickly look at, or we deeply look at their strengths. That's where we start at. Now, this may look at a very simple thing. Okay, we're just looking at child strengths. But let me tell you, this one simple approach deeply changes so many things in terms of the learning, in terms of the engagement, in terms of the participation from the child, right? Because now the whole learning plan that we create for the child is totally centered around what the child wants to do. So there's only one curriculum we say we follow at Aarohi, and that curriculum is the child. So we start with what is interesting to them, and we kind of create a learning plan that works with them. And this becomes a big accelerator in their whole, learning journey. Now, when we say the learning plan, typically a lot of the learning plan is through exploring different interests, doing projects, also, kind of getting introduced to resources, and all this through exploring all this is how they build on their skills, their knowledge, their concepts. So we are not going to teach them any subjects. There are no teachers. So in that sense, we are not a school. But through a lot of real life hands-on exploration doing is how children pick up the skills they need, the knowledge they need, the concepts they need. And because all of this is in contextual to what they're doing, right, the learning is very exponential. Right. And again, since the child is our curriculum, we want to expose the world to the child, right? And everything that is out there. So, as you can see on the screen, there's a lot of outdoors we do. There is a lot of, they get an exposure of different jobs. Like this 10-year-old was the accountant for Aarohi one particular year. Like every year, the accountancy job is done by a child. There is a kitchen manager, right, who 11-year, 12-year-old. This year, I think she's 15. Aparna is at the moment the kitchen manager. And so the idea is to kind of expose them to a lot of things. So these exposures also help them build their interest, find out what is it that they're liking to do. So they get an understanding of what all is there. This point actually is one of my favorite points, because this I feel is the biggest USP of being with Aarohi, right? A lot of us told about life skills should not be just about career, and this plays a very 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 big part of the the learning that we do at Aarohi. Now, again, this is not through just us giving some gyan to bunch of children. It's more through how do we tackle the different things in life. Now, it could be about emotional awareness. It could be about boundaries. It could be about my insecurities or sexual safety. All of it becomes a part of our curriculum in that sense. Finally, we all also wished for a kind of education which helps me transform my passion. Whatever is it that I like doing, how can it help me, turn that into a profession? So particularly for the teens, this is what we have, where we mentor them, and these teens are not taking the college route. Instead, they are learning with the real world industry experience, right? So they are typically looking at client projects, doing a lot of networking, doing volunteering, internship. But again, this is not like a college where all this will be provided to you, or you work in a very linear fashion. Each of this is also customized as per the teen's strengths, interests, talents, all those things. And beyond all of this work that we do with the child, a huge part of the offering is also working with the parent, right? So we work as a team, and it's not, again, not like a school where, okay, you send the child to school. Instead, we work very much as a close-knit team, where we understand from you what are the child's strengths, and when the child is at home, we help you kind of work with the child. So there's a lot of flexibility built in. It's not very like academic, how do you say, academic terms or anything. There's a lot of flexibility built in for the child to travel, to be at home, to be at campus. All of these things comes in. Finally, a quick note as to what we don't do. We don't offer in that sense anything that the mainstream education offers, because we already have schools and colleges for that, right? So we are not going to look at any particular subjects. We don't give any tuitions or preparations for any boards or competitive exams. We don't provide any certification, or even for any special learning needs. We don't have any special educators. But what we've seen is, even with children with special needs, this type of an education where it is so customized, they're able to thrive and discover their joys, their interests, their strengths. So yeah, if you look at what we provide, it is totally centered around what the child's interests are, what their strengths are. We believe in building a portfolio, which is what these teens are sharing with the industry and getting internships or volunteering opportunities, and eventually turning that into a job or business or whatever it is that they want. And we value the child. I think the last point, we see the child as someone who is capable of, designing what they want to learn, or what is it that they want to do in their life. And we work with that frame. So if you want to be part of Aarohi, this is how typically it works. You commit for 1 year, and the child is at campus. And even let's say your child is initially not very okay with being at campus by themselves, the parents can also be at, either parent, one or both parents can also be at campus for some time to help the child, kind of settle into the space. And, they can keep visiting as and when they want. Yeah, these are some of the other offerings that we have, which is mostly online. Jagriti is our flagship unparenting program that has been running since 2002. So it's, I think the 64th batch starts in June. So that is something you can look at if it interests you. Then we also have programs. If you're homeschooling or unschooling your child, you can't be at Aarohi campus, but you need support or you need tools and processes that we've been following at Aarohi, which you can work with your child, that is also something that we've been doing. We also have a couple of workshops or programs that you can take up to help in your homeschooling, unschooling journey. Okay, so I'm going to stop at the moment. Yeah, good. We are on time, 5:30. So yes, the floor is open for questions. Before that, Preeti, you want to share anything from your end as a family who's been doing this for the last 5 years?
Mhm. A quick note would be we are a family of three. We are like from Mumbai and we have been with Aarohi since 5 years. From the day we, as a family, we decided that we want to go this open learning journey. Aarohi came in as a bigger family who hand held us and who was like super supportive for us. And I think if without them, we would have been floating around here and there, knowing where to go. So the community brought us to a path. They showed like we all sailed through together. And today we are a very, very satisfied, happy family where our daughter, she's 12 years now and she's loving and enjoying what she's doing. So that's the biggest satisfaction for a parent, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you can share, all parents can share whatever is it that you want, any questions, any thoughts.
Yeah. So just sharing that this is a very informal kind of a meetup where we all are free to share what we want to share. You can ask your questions freely, however, whichever way you want to. You can type it in the chat, you can come on video, you can just talk it out in audio. Yeah. So go ahead, share or ask questions, whatever.
Do you have a campus in Hyderabad?
Sorry, Prasad. Yeah, Prasad, our campus is near Bangalore. We have one campus which is near Bangalore. And typically for homeschooling, unschooling families, we have an online support thing for the parents, not the children really. So we work with the parents, give them the tools, processes that we've been using, which Preeti will also share. Maybe once we have taken the questions, we'll split into two groups, people who want to look at more of support for their unschooling journeys and people who want to join the campus. So we'll split as two groups and take those things further in terms of what is it that you'll get.
Basically, how to start this? Actually, my son is just 4 years old. How can he come and stay without parents, or like how it starts?
Sorry, who asked this question? I didn't.
Uh,
Nisha,
yeah, this is
I
Deepika
guess,
from
right?
Bangalore.
Nisha, did you
Uh,
ask? Deepika, okay. Okay, okay. So yeah, I got your question, Deepika. So we've had children who've been 4 years old or, so typically how it happens is the parents also are with the child. Like at 4 and all, we also don't expect the child to be by themselves, right? So if that is
yeah.
something, an option that your family can work out where one parent is with the child, and since you're at Bangalore, you go back for weekends. So all those logistics can be worked out. It depends on what the family wants or what works for the family. But from Aarohi's end, the options are open. We are flexible in that sense,
Like we
right?
don't want
And
to stay, we can fully start online. Is that right?
online, yes, online, we will work with you, Deepika, because we don't want a 4 year
Yes, yes.
old to be on the screen
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
kind of spend Right. So yes, we do offer this kind of support for parents who can then work with the child.
Okay, actually, my question is, I have one more younger one. Okay, we can't like come and stay there with her also. And
Right.
so when he is starting, uh, so whenever he is ready to stay, is that way, where whichever year he is possible, he can come and stay. Is that way?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And one more thing I would like to add is, since we are not a school, we don't have like these academic years, right? We start in June, we end in whatever. You can join ROE at any point of the year, be it your child, or even if you as a parent wants to take support for your homeschooling, unschooling journey, that also you can start at any point in the year. So we don't have any fixed times where the child comes to ROE. So any time of the year, any child can join. Okay. I think we have couple of questions. Preeti, you just want to look at the chat and see what are the questions.
Are children supposed to stay at campus for the entire year?
Okay. I think Nisha has asked, right? Nisha, again, so you commit for 1 year, and typically it is like, couple of weeks we are at the campus. Now, again, this is dependent on you as a family. If you feel at this point, okay, we want to travel, or we want to be at the child wants to be at home, that's also fine. So when the child is at home, we will in that sense work with you to kind of let that let the education continue in that sense. Like we've had children from Jamshedpur who stay at a stretch at the campus, because going back and forth or coming back and forth is not a very viable option for them. So they stay at the campus at a stretch. There are families from Bangalore who go back home every weekend, come back every Monday, right? And then there are also families who are like, okay, at this point, we want to focus a bit on travel. So they're away for, let's say, a couple of weeks. So again, uh, I'm inviting everyone to, just imagine the options. The flexibility is endless. We work with you as a family to see what is suiting you as a family, the child, what is best at this point for the child. Yeah, but one thing what we've seen is children, once they are at the campus, so the first few months, yes, are a bit like, they're also getting accustomed to the space, but after that they don't want to leave the campus. They are running to come back to campus is what we see.
So another question is that is it like Dr. Vidya has asked me, my question is whether we can do the reverse, like can the parents get support first and then the child spends the year on campus later? So my child is old enough, but practically that is not viable. So yeah.
Okay. Yes, absolutely, Dr. Vidya. That's also feasible. Preeti, you want to just share a bit about how it works with the parents? I mean, as a family, you've received it, and also now you are sharing it with other families.
Yeah, so for everybody, this is the thing that the Aarohi is coming up with this whole program in which we'll be supporting parents from in the online space. You can receive this program from your home, whether you are an open learning family or unschooling family, homeschooling family, or you want to do it. So I think the next question is that whether I can do it while the child is going to the school. So because the program is for parents, for the support for parents. So if parents want to do this program, they can do it and they can implement it with their children at home. Yeah, so children can go to school and they can also, in coordination with you as a parent, they do what you as a family want to do. So we will be passing on what we can pass on to you. Then further to that, it is as a family you co-create at home. That's the plan. And in that, whether you do it first reverse or that reverse or whichever combination you want to do, it is absolutely your choice as a family.
Preeti, one question here. I understand. But let's say if the children are older, like my daughter is 12 years old, see, they would have habituated to certain schooling style. And if I, suddenly get in this change, so how smooth it would be for the, child to pick it up.
So at Aarohi, Saujanya, the first thing that we believe in is child is the first. Okay. Child is the prime center and everything revolves around the child. Okay. What child wants is most important. So we have to come to, as a family, we have to come together and we have to talk and discuss with the child what the child wants. If the child loves going to school, let the child go to school. Like it is not that anything is against school or something. But if we want to provide something additional to them, if we have as parents, we have some aspirations or something and we want to provide it to them. So then as a parent, we work little extra. But what a child wants, I think that is prime. And that is what Aarohi believes in. So as a family, you have to talk it out with the child, how the child wants to proceed with his or her interests or likings.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I was just thinking about the child perspective because, see, it's 12, 13 years means, right, the kind of age they're entering into. If I start some kind of things that I get it from support from Aarohi, and if I try to, start try to put it in the practice with her. So how smooth it would be is what I was just thinking.
Just to add in here, Saujanya, so again, since at Aarohi, we are not going to be talking to you anything to do with any particular curriculum or subjects or anything, right? So what we are offering even parents is basically all the tools and the processes that we've been following like for nearly 2 decades now, right? And
Yeah.
this mean how can I plan? Now planning could be for 1 week, for 1 month, for 1 year, for life, right? And then how do I reflect on whatever I'm doing? Let's say if your child is soon going to be a teen, what can I do to kind of discover my interest? So these are the kind of things or ingredients that will be part of the support program or whatever the program for empowering parents. So it is not very, it is applicable to anyone and everyone. Yes, it definitely is a different flavor when you're unschooling, but I'm sure as a schooling family also you can apply it.
Yep.
I'll
Thank
give
you,
you one
Pritika.
example, Sojanya,
Yeah.
from my own life, from my childhood. Like when I was going to school, though I was enjoying my school quite a lot, and I was good at my schooling and a scholar at schooling, but I always was very inclined towards music and doing art. But I could never do it because I was like kind of at that time it was more of school to khatam karna hi hai na, that is what was the
Exactly.
thing. So
Yeah.
school to karna hi hai. But
Yeah.
today I think we all as parents are open enough and
Uh-huh.
the whole society and the whole world is open enough to receive this, as if my child is interested in something beyond the schooling subjects, then are we open enough to receive it that way, and are we open enough to support the child to flourish and do well in that interest. So I never got a
Okay.
chance, like, but
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
as parents, we can provide that chance to our children. That's the thing.
More questions?
Hey Preeti, Anuj here. After a long time, just connecting in. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
by
okay.
your voice, I know it is you.
Yeah, I just hopped into the call just because I was around. And so, with respect to this question, I just wanted to add an experience from my own thing to give a perspective. So, hi, I'm Anuj, and I have been associated with Aarohi for quite a few years now. When my kid was 3 years old, then on. So, he did not go to school till like first grade. And then one fine day, he says that I want to go to school because all the friends in my apartment go to school. So we explored various schools along with him to see which best suited our kind of
family requirement because we travel a lot and all. And we took an admission in the school which we chose together as a family. And he went to school in the second grade. And I think the mid of the second grade itself, he has been saying that I want to come out of the school. It's not because he's not liking the subjects being taught there, but it is because of the way the things are dealt with in the school. So he has tasted, experienced Aarohi, and he knows that there are options. And school, सिर्फ school जाना है ये option नहीं है जैसे बहुत parents कहते हैं. So now, since half a year, he has been behind us that no, I want to get out of this. So he's very happy that अभी 1 महीने में स्कूल खत्म हो रहा है, ये फाइनल एग्जाम है एंड उसका छुटकारा होने वाला है. So the key here, what I wanted to share, someone who asked the question, sorry I missed the name, is that as Preeti said, it is more child led. So at a point when child is saying that he wants to experience a different way, are we as parents ready to really give that 1 year to the child to experience it? Maybe it may be just 3 months and the child might say that, nahi, ab bas, I don't want to do this anymore. But are we ready? So now a kid has been going to school, but if as parents we are convinced that maybe we should look at this way, as a family, are we ready to really experience it together for a few months or a year and take a pause rather than, thinking that, अरे 1 साल miss हो जाएगा academics का. If we are ready to do that, and maybe at the end of the year, the child says, no, I think schooling was better, or I like that kind of a structure, or he might just get that fresh breath of air that, oh my God, what I've been doing for so many years. I think this is the way you should live. So it's only about that giving a chance of and really trusting the child as to what he or she wants for nurturing and nourishing, and that might help. So as a family now, we are again in a way stepping out of the schooling system, though his school was extremely relaxed with no tension, no pressures of academics, but it's just the way the things are done every day is not suiting him because he loves to have his space and time. And yes, we are as a family really now moving out again. So I just wanted to share this.
Thank you.
And also the idea is also I think कि ज्यादा में ज्यादा क्या ही हो जाएगा, मतलब कितना ही मिस कर लोगे. 1 साल अगर गैप ईयर ले लिया या 1 साल दैट ब्रीदर ले लिया, कुछ नया कर लिया, तो अल्टीमेटली क्या ही होएगा, लाइफ में से 1 साल कम नहीं हो जाएगा इन दैट वे. Maybe
Yeah.
it is a much more richer experience.
And I also felt during this last 1 year with interactions that kids were having around my son is that they feel that they don't have an option. Because parents have been saying कि नहीं स्कूल तो जाना ही है, आज कुछ भी हो जाए स्कूल तो जाना ही है, because they used to have dialogue कि Surud is thinking that he will unschool again, उसने last year भी किया था, हम भी कर सकते हैं क्या. So parents used to say नहीं नहीं स्कूल तो जाना ही है, उनको करने दो, हमें जाना है. So that differentiator of knowing that I have option at any point in time in my life is so important in today's time, I feel. That gives you a different kind of confidence that no, this is not the only way that I have to pull through or push myself, drag myself, but I can think of something else. So just knowing that makes a lot of difference.
Actually, this is Nisha here. Somewhat, the name is Anuj, but sorry, I don't know the name of the name which is mentioned is Anuj. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm Anuj. Yeah.
Okay. So my daughter's story is more or less similar to yours. Like, of course, matlab, she went to kindergarten in Pune, and then we moved year to in first grade, and 6 months it was not unschooling or anything. I mean, we were at home, we were just doing what she likes to do, and so having experienced that, and then she went to even we, since she wanted to go. I mean, more of it was more of an environmental thing that we thought ki okay, let us try that also and see. So then she went and we selected a school which is quite, I mean, appreciative or quite in line with whatever our expectation was, to whatever extent they can, because all said and done, they have their limitations. In a class of 2021, you can't expect them to go beyond a point. So but in all of the limitations, we found kind of the ideal school which we could send her to, and she actually went there. And as you said, she didn't have a problem as such. But one factor is, yeah, my daughter is again, she's a little introverted by nature, so it was a little overwhelming for her that so many kids around and shouting all the time, screaming all the time. And so that is one reason. So I don't know whether it's a good enough reason for her to be pulled out of it, because the family says ki, Arey, she'll get used to it now. What is the big deal? Why do you want to pull her out of school for that one reason? That there are other reasons also, but the most compelling reason so far is, Mama, I don't like so much noise. She's not able to focus where there is so much noise. She wants her solitude, and in her solitude, she does her artwork, she does her reading, she does what she wants to do. Of course, she wants friends, but that is for a limited time, like not for such a extended time that she wants to be around children who are. So I don't know whether it's a good enough reason also, but yeah, that is what she wants at this point. But as you said, there is no harm in trying. What will be lost
So,
if we
Nisha,
give it?
I would like to give you one example. There was
Sorry, I
this
can't hear
child.
you.
Am I audible? Is it better? Can you hear me, Nisha?
I
Is it
think there
better
is a
now?
problem at my end.
We can hear you,
Yeah,
Karthik.
we can hear. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear you.
So, Nisha, actually, what she is saying is a very valid reason. It's not a trivial reason in that sense. Like, let me give you an example of a child called Tvesh, right? He was doing academically brilliant, but he had certain, like, he had a bit of extreme, let's say, bullying or some pressure. All those things were there. So, parents said, "No, we want our child's mental peace first, right?" And they came to Aarohi. He was with Aarohi for a good, I think, 5 years, and then he went on to give his 10th 12th, now he's in college. So it is, again, we are not saying that Arohi is against schooling or anything. So what all of us are trying to say is all the options exist. So even kind of responding to what Kartika has asked is, we take children up to age of 21, right? So which means we also kind of mentor them to kind of go into the industry or take up jobs in their areas of interest. So yes, some companies do ask for 10 plus 12 plus 3, but now the world has opened up. A lot of the careers or the options that are available now not necessarily require you for these qualifications. But even if you need these qualifications, again, the options are open. There have been children from Aarohi who have given their 10th, 12th through NIOS. Then some of them have wanted to go to college. Some gave 10th, 12th, but didn't go to college, were with Aarohi. So again, the idea is the possibilities are endless. So, there is no one way to kind of do it. You can do it in whatever way that works out for your family. Okay.
Maybe it will be little vague.
Preeti,
Yeah, we can go into the breakout room. Yeah.
should
Yeah,
we do
Kirtika.
that? Okay.
Yeah,
We
we
have
should do
7
that.
more minutes. Let's split into a breakout room. So people who want to get support in their homeschooling, unschooling journeys, they can join Preeti in the breakout room. People who want to know more about how can my child join at campus, you can stay in the main room. I can help you with, more any queries or thoughts that you would have. Yes, Kartika has unmuted. You have any thoughts, Kartika? We can take your question.
Yeah, hi. I'm Vijay Kumar.
Hi, Vijay.
So, hi. So actually, we are staying in Hosur.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, like, I've been thinking of any alternate education systems, but I didn't get a chance or uh, to explore that. So I see my son may wanted to have a different education system. So it's like someone said, just give a try, see if he likes it out, and he's convenient with that. He is good with that. So I wanted to give him an opportunity. So he's completing the sixth standard now. So
Okay.
maybe if he wanted to spend 3 months or even a year and explore something different, if doesn't suits, maybe next year he can come back and join to the school again. So that's my thought. So will that be okay for him to try it out and come to the
Absolutely,
center?
Vijay. Actually, yes, and interestingly, we also offer, like, if you are interested to join at campus, right? We say come and be with us for 1 week. I mean, that's the least you can do. Come and be with us for 1 week. That 1 week will also give you a lot of understanding of what this community is like, what is the vibe, what is the space like, and it helps you decide, okay, will my child, be able to, is this something that is thriving for my child? And then you
Mhm.
can commit for that 1 year. So before that 1 year, we are also giving an option. Come and stay with us for a week, see this way of education, and then you take a call, right?
Yeah,
So,
and
hmm,
sorry. See, looking
yeah.
at my son, I mean, I see he is interested more in the martial arts related areas or drawings, artwork.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um so he is an average or below average student on the regular schoolings. Okay,
Okay.
so would suppose he is aspiring to do something on the martial arts. Okay, will that be a correct place for him to be in RFE?
Okay, so let me give you example so that it will help you. So typically how we look at it is, whatever the child is interested, right? So we start by, by designing the learning plan according to
Mhm.
that. Like, 3 boys at campus were interested in football.
Mhm.
So the idea is not to, send them to a coaching center right away. We would say, okay, if you're interested in football, can you like do it day in, day out? Can you prepare for it? Can you prepare your fitness for it? Can you plan for your nutrition for it? So let's say 1 year their own level between themselves, right? Now they said, okay, 1 year we've done this day in, day out. Now is the right time. Let's go and join a professional academy. And that's how
Mhm.
those three kind of went. And because they had done all this rigorous training or whatever rigorous thing at their own end, it really helped them as part of their academy as well. So
Mhm.
it's not that we will teach your child martial arts right away. We don't have that facility, right? But the point is, moment children start exploring any interest, even martial arts, they start exploring at their own level deeply. Then it becomes easier, even if tomorrow he wants to join any coaching, take more professional mentoring in that sense. He can find mentors. So that is how we go about it. Yeah. But to just add one point is, the whole education at ROV, that 1 year that you start off with, kind of builds the child from within. So today, once he's at Aarohi, he'll be able to kind of plan, he'll be able to find resources for himself. A lot of the life skills that get engraved. So whatever his interests kind of even change in the future, he'll be able to navigate that.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Any more thoughts? I have posted one link. I will also post my number. Any of you who is interested to come to the campus or figure out more, you can connect with me on WhatsApp and I will guide you further. Okay, we can maybe take one or two more questions. We are almost to the end.
You said you have two campus. So one is it in nearby Hosur, I know. The other one?
Oh no, we only have one campus.
Okay.
Only one campus near Hosur.
Uh, I have one question. My child,
Yes, Neha.
yeah. Hi everyone. ऍक्च्युली माय टू डॉटर्स मेरे दोनों लड़कियां गुरुकुल में जाती है अभी। गुरुकुल मतलब ऐसा है कि उनका वैदिक पद्धति का थोड़ा सा ज्यादा ये है। तो अभी मेरी बड़ी लड़की जो है वो 13 उसका चल रहा है अभी 13 एज, मतलब 12 कंप्लीट हुआ नवंबर में। तो अभी हम लोगों को ऐसा लग रहा है, मतलब वहां पे एकेडमिकली कुछ ज्यादा नहीं लेते हैं। थोड़ा सा करिकुलम है उनका, ओपन स्कूलिंग जैसा ही है। बट उनको गीता और रामायण, मतलब गीता के अध्याय पठन किए जाते हैं। और रामायण और महाभारत की कथाएं, मतलब उस पे चर्चा मंथन ये सब होता है। तो मुझे अभी ऐसा लग रहा है कि 2 साल पहले थोड़ा सा अलग था, लेकिन अभी थोड़ा ऐसा चल रहा है वहां पे कि मतलब आप इस एज के ग्रुप को कि अभी खेलना बस हो गया, अभी थोड़ा सा चर्चा मंथन ये सब करो। और वो उसको, मतलब मेरी बेटी को वो बोर हो रहा है, मतलब ऐसे हो रहा है कि उसको अभी एक जगह पे 3-3 घंटा बैठ के सिर्फ ये करो, प्रैक्टिकली कुछ मतलब नहीं है, तो उसको बोर हो रहा है। वो बोल रही है कि मुझे, मतलब अभी उसका इंटरेस्ट कम हो गया है वहां पे जाने का। सुबह 7 बजे से 5 बजे तक
ठीक है,
होता है। हाँ, तो हम
ठीक
लोगों
है।
को
आप
अभी।
कहाँ से हो स्नेहल?
हाँ,
आप कहाँ से हो, लाइक विच
पूना
सिटी?
से। पूना।
Pune. Snehal, are you comfortable if I share in English so that others can also understand? Yeah,
या
any.
आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड, बट आई,
Okay.
मतलब मुझे बोलना नहीं आता।
Sure. So, Snehal and anybody who is, if even slightly you feel child is someone not enjoying any space, whether going to school or, any other alternative or whatever, or homeschooling, unschooling, I would invite everyone, take that 1 week, because that will give you a lot of understanding whether Aarohi education is something that my child, you never know. Why not take a chance? Take that one chance, come for 1 week, plan your travel. That's the least we can do for a child, right? Because we've seen so many children whose lives have, like, they've come out to become such confident, and, confident and in a way, leadership kind of a thing for that child, right? I'm ready to take charge of my life. Tomorrow child may go back to school, may go back to college, that's fine. All we are requesting is take a 1 week's time, come be with us, see what this kind of education is it, and then commit for that 1 year. If you like that 1 week, commit for the 1 year, and that 1 year will, lot of things will change for your child, definitely. So yes, let's start with 1 week, and then you can decide whether you want to commit for 1 year. Okay, I have posted my number. Anybody who has any particular doubts or wants to connect further, please don't hesitate. Reach out to me and I will guide you further. Thank you so much for being with us on a Saturday evening, and we'll come back again next Saturday. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you.